Hi everyone, I'm Ben, and this is the Board Game Blueprint. This week we're going to talk about dials and what they are used for generally in games, their function, and maybe how you can create one on the Game Crafter itself. So let's jump on over to the table next door and see what we have in store. It seems we are always going back to King of Tokyo just because it has so many great things to really think about for simple yet entertaining, enjoyable design. With the dials here, we can see that they're kind of used to, well, track different stats, in this case, hit points and victory points, or fame? I think it's just called victory points. So we can see that the wheels are available, we're gonna go this way, to change the numbers. And we'll also notice that the numbers are more or less hidden throughout. So maybe there's some kind of mechanic in your game where you don't exactly want everything to be seen, and you can have them hidden, well, behind the main board, as we see here. There are rivets, so it's kind of got multiple layers, and as you can see, well, the backs don't really have anything to show because they'll be face up this way during the game. But a really neat way, again, to keep track of some kind of statistic or number totals, and we'll see another example where that is still the case. And so, using the King of Tokyo dial as inspiration, I used, again, my game designer's ruler to measure out about the distance so that I could create my own version of this thing for maybe a future design or future fan-made expansion character. I wish I still had it on me, but I seem to have misplaced it. I'll go ahead and place a link below if you're interested. But again, just kind of measuring out the dimensions and throwing them into whatever program you use to get your laser cut files made up. With the resources on the Game Crafter to accommodate for the whole size, and then also adding 2 rivets to your order can be a lot of fun. We'll just try to zoom in really quick on a picture that I took while playing Dice Hospital. And so a dial actually keeps track of what round number the game is on because it takes place in, well, 8. So this tracking piece, again, hides what's below and is separate from the dial track itself. Now, if you'd like to go with a slightly more affordable option, I believe you can also go with the cardstock dials that the Game Crafter stocks themselves. There are 2 variations. You have the single dial and you have the double dial. And well, as you can imagine, you're going to be able to track 1 or 2 different statistics at the same time. So here we can see that this one's pretty snug, but will work just fine. An unprinted blank copy, just for the sake of this video, has this metal ratchet, maybe is the term, and you can see that it will expose one single stat, just like in King of Tokyo. For the double dial, which you might use either way, I like to hold it like this and use my index fingers to spin the artwork. We'll have 2 dials, or 2 things that can keep track of, and can be printed, I believe, on both sides, just as with the single dial, so that you can have a really cool and thematic record-keeping system. One more game that uses a dial is Scythe. And here you can see that actually all of the number outcomes are not hidden. They're actually just very widely availably seen because, well, when players are using them in combat, they're actually going to be keeping them face back, face forward to themselves only, and then revealing which number that they've set at the reveal section or stage phase. And here we have what I like to think is a custom dial that I've gone ahead and created on my own through the Game Crafter. So, yep, just a regular punch board kind of sheet from TGC. And I actually found this cool pirate ship steering wheel meeple, or wooden piece, that I kind of was inspired to make this dial around. So, as you can kind of see, you fit the wheel inside the spokes of maybe this compass needle for a pirate themed game, and so you can kind of turn it to then adjust what weather condition or outcome is going to happen next. So really can have a lot of fun, again, with creating your own sorts of dials and whatnot through just laser cutting itself. Also really good to note here that I did create it as 2 separate pieces, so maybe saving a little bit from that extra rivet. I hope you found this overview helpful, and of course that it's only scratching the surface of what a dial can be in a game. You could even have them, instead of as separate pieces, just connected to the board itself with a little bit of homebrew crafting. And so, again, I just wanted to reiterate that the possibilities are truly endless and limited only by your imagination. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on future content like this. As always, I'm Ben. This has been another episode of the Board Game Blueprint, and together, let's build something great. Oh, and by the way, the Game Crafter is celebrating 10 years this month. It's so crazy that they've been just continuing to grow and develop and make things better for me and you and hopefully all other designers out there. So any order that you actually make this month of July 2019, you'll be eligible to win a gift certificate up to $99, as well as a token of appreciation for your continued support. So feel free to check them out today and keep on gaming.